At your house, are you being arrested?
I'm being arrested. I'm just going out now with the police.
Democracy Day is one of the most important days in the history of Nigeria, and it is celebrated every May 29th until June 6, 2018, when the administration of President Muhammadu Buhari declared June 12 as the new Democracy Day in order to commemorate the event of the presidential election in 1993, where results indicated a win for Chief Moshood Kashimawo Olawale MKO Abiola of the Social Democratic Party SDP against Bashir Tofa of the National Republican Convention NRC. Abiola was never declared winner as the then head of state, General Ibrahim Badamasi Babangida, annulled the polls, citing irregularities.
It is true that the presidential election was generally seen to be free, fair, and peaceful. However, there was in fact a huge array of electoral practices virtually in all the states of the federation before the actual voting began.
It is incredible. In view of all this, I find the conclusion unfortunate but inescapable that the federal military government is guilty of bad faith, pure and simple. No one has accused me of any offense against any known electoral law or regulation. The people of this country went to polls on Saturday, June 12, 1993, and without let or hindrance chose me as their president. Didn't they?
In a statement 5 years ago, former President Muhammadu Buhari said, June 12, 1993 was the day when Nigerians in millions expressed their democratic will in what was undisputedly the freest, fairest, and most peaceful election since our independence. The fact that the outcome of that election was not upheld by the then military government does not distract from the democratic credentials of that process. Accordingly, after due consultations, the federal government has decided that henceforth, June 12 will be celebrated as Democracy Day. What happened on June 12, 1993, and why is it so important to Nigeria's history? On this day, Nigeria held its first presidential elections after the military coup of 1983, which was headed by Ibrahim Badamasi Babangida. The June 12 election is considered the freest and most peaceful election since Nigeria's independence in 1960. The counting process of the elections by the National Electoral Commission reviewed a victory for MKO Abiola as he already won 19 out of the 30 states and the Federal Capital Territory. However, the elections were annulled by Ibrahim Babangida and no winner was declared. The annulment led to political unrest and several protests erupted across the country. In June 1994, Abiola declared himself the president and commander-in-chief.
On the 11th of June 1994, at your request, I claim the sacred and popular mandate which you gave me as president and commander-in-chief of the Nigerian Armed Forces at the presidential election of June 12, 1993. I invoke the mandate bestowed upon me by my victory in the said election to call on all members of the armed forces and the police, the civil and public services throughout the Federal Republic of Nigeria to obey only the government of national unity that is headed by me, your duly elected president. My government of national unity from that day remains the only legitimately constituted authority in the Federal Republic of Nigeria. Since the above address, General Abacha has intensified his efforts at the old jamboree of one-way consultations with the top echelon of our people in a futile effort to hang on to power, forgetting that after the Nigerian people have spoken in a free and fair presidential election, piecemeal approach to national consultation becomes totally irrelevant. I have deliberately withdrawn for a few days in order to devote myself, along with members of the Transition Committee, to the process of concrete planning of the structure and model of the government that will satisfy and meet grave socio-economic and political challenges faced by Nigerians in the last few years, as particularly occasioned by graft, mismanagement, incompetence, and insensitivity of the military dictators of the last 10 years who have turned Nigeria and Nigerians into the spoils of their conquests.
He was then arrested and charged with treason.
At your house, are you being arrested?
I'm being arrested. I'm just going out now with the police. and I was being escorted out to detention by singing the national anthem.
Why are they arresting you?
They are arresting me on an allegation of felony, nameless treason or something like that. They're not doing anything, they're just taking me away. Please let me go. You know, I'm delaying them.
And so where are you now? Are you in your car?
I'm in my car now.
Is it police who are with you in your car, or are they escorted? Are they
Yes,
behind?
the commissioner of police is in the car with me, and my senior wife is in the car with me.
Why are they letting you talk on the phone to the BBC while they're in the middle of arresting you?
They have come to arrest me, not to arrest my mouth.
You sound very cheerful about it, Chief Abiola.
Of course. You know, it is all part of democracy here.
And you're happy to go to the police and await whatever charges they're going to file against you?
I'm not in any way disturbed by it. Any sacrifice is in order. If it will bring democracy, peace and prosperity to Nigeria.
This government has always expressed its commitment to dialogue as a means of resolving our internal differences. We have demonstrated this by our individual and collective efforts at holding consultation at all strata of our society. You will recall that in spite of these overtures and good gestures by government, Chief MKO Abiola flagrantly perpetuated acts which breached the laws of the land, but government in its magnanimity never gave him serious attention. His most recent action of declaring himself the President and Commander-in-Chief of the Armed Forces of the Federal Republic of Nigeria incited the public to insurrection and attempting to topple the government by force with a view to installing himself as president, however led to his arrest by the law enforcement agents. The step taken by the law enforcement agents is a legitimate exercise in the performance of their duties. Government does not and should not interfere in the court process. We have come to the point when the situation can no longer be tolerated.
On July 7, 1998, Abiola died while in detention on the day he was supposed to be released. Ibrahim Babangida resigned as the head of state, and Ernest Shonekan emerged as the head of the interim government. Not long after, Shonekan's administration was overthrown by General Sani Abacha. Abacha died on June 8, 1998, a month prior to Abiola's death. Before President Buhari's declaration, June 12 used to be celebrated as Abiola Day, mostly in the southwestern part of Nigeria, as a remembrance of MKO Abiola's denied presidency. As part of the efforts made by President Buhari to honor June 12, Abiola was posthumously awarded the highest national honor, the Grand Commander of the Federal Republic, GCFR, while his running mates, Ambassador Babangana Kingibe and the late human rights activist, Chief Gani Faweyimi, were awarded the second highest national honor, the Grand Commander of the Niger, GCON. Nigeria became a democratic country accordingly by a new constitution that was adopted on May 5, 1999. 24 years down the line, how well have we enjoyed the true dividend of democracy?